Where shall we go today? Where shall we go? Where do you want to go today? Let's visit
Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes was named after Roy Keane's favourite son, Milton. I don't know why. Not say they don't like pedestrians in Milton Keynes, but let's be honest, it's just sent underground all the time. The roads are on top. They do have electric parking here for electric cars, but they don't have anything for electric people. Again. The building behind me is loosely based on an old aircraft hangar. I don't know why.
Behind me stretches Milton Keynes shopping centre. It is quite huge. We were going to film inside it, but unfortunately our cameraman John insulted the chief security guard's wife. So you have to make do with looking at it from the outside.
Yeah, well, I don't tell them who I'm with, so I just kind of walk in. There's a car park in the middle of the shopping centre. Either that or they're the fanciest car parks in the world. Now, I've not been here long, but I already realised that the Milton Keynes Council do not like pedestrians. Pedestrians do not have priority.
Here in Campbell Park, because after all, Milton Keynes isn't all just about Boy Georgian architecture. In fact, open spaces, green grass and parks and fountains is one of the great assets of this really tacky town. But now we go over to John, who's at a secret location.
We're here in the main square of the shopping centre, and this is where they film that American Ninja thing, as you can see. It's very exciting, there's a lot going on. I mean nothing. This is the longest shopping mall in the world. It goes on for 3 miles that way and another 6 miles that way. As you can see from this angle, which is outside the shopping centre, it literally goes on as far as the eye can see, which in my case isn't very far, so it goes even further than that.
Behind me is the famous Point Theatre, the entertainment centre of Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes is a very strange place.
Horses play a very important part in Milton Keynes, including this statue of a horse, which doesn't do much. It doesn't seem to get much attention. It's not even got a name, it's just called the Black Horse, which is ironic because it's immediately outside of Lloyd's Bank, whose representative thing on the telly is a black horse. There might be a link, I don't know. Like many towns, Milton Keynes has got a lot of empty shops, but that's not unusual. In fact, it's very common. In fact, it's more unusual not to have empty shops than to have empty shops. However, what is unusual is to have not one, but 2 gold post boxes. Now, post boxes are what they used in the olden days to send messages to each other, but these 2 have been painted gold for some reason, and I've no idea. Maybe they're special.
Beautiful shopping centre behind me, built in the early 80s, late 70s. It's pretty big, it's got lots of shops in it, so very expensive items. All the telephone kiosks, this is out of interest, they're actually made from phone cards. I've actually had to buy a phone card to phone up the office in Manchester, and it cost me £2. So whatever you do, don't come to Milton Keynes.
That's fascinating, John. I'm currently in a car park where the cars are a lot more modern than the one where you are. But anyway, let's have another look at Milton Keynes. A lot of people think that Milton Keynes is quite modern and quite new. Trust me, it's not. In fact, it's older than you think. I'm stood here in the middle of an ancient Roman amphitheatre. Thankfully, fairy tales are not outlawed here, and there is a church where you can worship to fairy tales. I have never seen as many bikes in one place before. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, I have. I've seen more. All wives' tale is mind the gap. Well, I think this one's big enough to look after itself. Winters can be cold in Milton Keynes, so the bobble hats are enormous. It's got to be said, some clocks are just overcomplicated. Like this one. It's that complicated. I don't even know what time it is. That's something you see every day. It's a shop that sells cars, but I can't see a sex shop anywhere. I'm a lot closer to the pyramid than you are, and as you can see, it is actually now a bingo hall, but it has got the skeleton of the ancient Egyptian pyramid, which was the first building to be built here by the ancient Egyptians. but now sadly it's just a skeleton. But you can play bingo there. As you can see, the architecture and the beauty of Milton Keynes is plain to see, and it has inspired many artists, including of course Banksy. Another unique thing about Milton Keynes that I've never seen before, so it might not be unique, but it's unique to me, is the fact that the car parking spaces are colour coded. So black and red is obviously expensive because no one is parked in these spaces. However, pink ones, and trust me, these lines are pink is cheap, as you can see, because it's pretty much full all the way down. So if you want to live somewhere where, unless you've got a car, you're a second-class citizen, because these signs are everywhere, then come to Milton Keynes. But probably don't.
That's all really from this week at Milton Keynes. Good night. What do you mean we've got another 5 minutes? We can't talk about this for 5 minutes. Put some adverts on or some... Look, John. Hello. Well, here you are again, back live at Milton Keynes. Goodbye. Look, I'm not doing this again. Hello. We seem to be having a few technical difficulties. So I'll tell you about next week's show. Well, next week we're going to be, we're thinking something really exciting. Watford Gap, I think, is where we're going to be based at. And we're going to have special reports from Inverness and the exotic Margate upon Sea. So until then, I think goodbye. Bye. Is that it now? We're off. Oh well, let's back up. What? Oh, of course we're off.
Where shall we go today? Where shall we go? Where do you want to go today? Let's visit.
I shall point out the dog in the lake having a swim. Oh, yeah, we're ready. Yes, we've got John's report now. So over to you, John.